Warning, warning, the Hulk is loose. The Hulk is loose. Destination, T Tower. Yes, this is great. Now's the best time to reveal my ultimate suit. Maybe you should just let him destroy that building. You know, just for kicks. I am a superhero. I will leave no building vandalized, no matter how tempting it may be. Deploy, Hulkbuster.
A few moments later.
Hulk, smash tiny tower.
Halt! You ain't smashing nothing. Behold, your worst nightmare.
And your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. By the way, I accidentally pulled this out as I was landing, Mr. Stark.
What? Kid, put it back before... Put it back, put it back!
I don't know how to put it back. I'm just a Spider-Man.
Hulk, smash.
Hello and welcome back to the KenOhwee Channel, and my god, it has been a while since I posted something, so I gotta keep this alive. So let's talk about one of the best Hulkbuster figures you wish you had in your collection, and it is the re-edit Hulkbuster figure from Sentinel Toys. My god, look at this beast. The packaging itself is already so sexy. It would definitely impress any of your Tinder dates. They'll be like,
"Ooh, what's that on your shelf?"
and you'd be like,
Baby, that's the re-edit Hulkbuster.
and they'll be like,
Oh wow, how successful are you?
and you can be like,
Well, let me show you. In the bedroom.
Disclaimer, this fantasy is purely fictional and should not be taken as a guarantee.
now that's out of the way and I'm so far off my review path that it's becoming borderline ridiculous, let's take a few steps back, get your microwave dinner ready, and let's take a closer look. God, look at it. It's simply magnificent. Every detail engraved on his body, or the lines, that metallic gold and red, just makes this figure pop. Let's just get out of this way already. He looks fantastic. There's no way you're gonna go, that's an ugly looking Hulkbuster, cause if that ever happens, that just means there's something wrong with you and you need to go see the doctor. Anyway, this machine is more than just his good looks. For example, he has an openable visor which reveals another Iron Man head within, and no, it is not a separate figure as it is fused together with this figure. And there's also another visor in there which I'm not exactly sure what's it for, and that's not all. If you push his visor all the way down, the upper portion of his chest pops open, revealing a little bit more of the inner Iron Man. And once again, everything inside is sculpted. My goodness, whoever did this is both patient and probably has calluses. It's just a nice little feature they added to make your toy just a bit more special than others. To close it, just push the panels and everything snaps back together into place since it's all spring loaded. But that's not all, folks. This wouldn't be hailed as the greatest action figure in my collection just by having some sort of mechanism. This figure also lights up. It is not only on the head and chest, which I'll explain more later, but it's also on the back, on the hands, and back of the legs as well. So let's explore. There's a removable back piece which reveals two switches. The left is for lighting up this huge jet engine look at the back, and the right switch is for the head and chest at the front. Now, the head and chest light that lights up is actually the figure inside the Hulkbuster. Yeah, that little guy you saw earlier. And it is bright enough to illuminate through the transparent plastic pieces on the Hulkbuster figure, but for the head you do have to align the eyes with the eyes of the figure inside to allow the light to go through. Otherwise, it is a little obscured. Also, these two things, they're not just for show. They are used to power the lights on the body. So plugging this on the left will power up the jet engine and the inner figure on the right. And without these, the lights will not turn on. So it's as if you have control to power up the Hulkbuster. But you do have to purchase two SR41SW batteries for each of these things. And to put the batteries, simply remove the top part and split it in half to reveal where the batteries go. Then for the hands, this armor piece here is magnetic, so removing it reveals this panel which you have to unscrew to get access to the batteries. And once it's all hooked up, you can turn the switch on and you are ready to blast your enemies away with lighting. On the leg as well, you can remove this piece which again reveals another panel which you have to unscrew and do all the things mentioned above, and all that to turn on the jet engine on the leg behind. So altogether, you'd have to be prepared to spend money for 12 of these batteries to fully light up this figure, which is relatively high maintenance for an action figure, but if you love lights, then it's well worth it. Of course, it sounds as if this figure is perfect, and I'll be lying if I said it was, even though I really want to say it, because if there's one thing setting this figure back, is its stability. It is a relatively lightweight figure, and coupled with its toe curlers, it does make up for a sometimes unstable figure. Sure, it does stand most of the time, but because there's a lot of weight at the top, you'd have to keep it on a balance, especially when standing straight. I wish the fit had die-cast metal just to keep its gravity, but it's a minor complaint compared to what this figure brings in general. Overall, a sometimes unstable but otherwise masterfully sculpted Hulkbuster action figure. Moving on to his articulation, as you seen earlier from his opening mechanism, his head can go up and all the way down. Oh, look at that. That's how he looks when he's shy. But he can also rotate left and right a little bit. His shoulder pads are more articulated than some of the action figures released today. I mean, look at all that movement. He has armpit movements as well, move outwards that far. Since his shoulder armor can be moved, it allows for the arms to move 360. Of course, the beautiful bicep swivel is here, the amazing bicep flex, and as you are flexing, the elbow joint extends to allow more room for the arm to fully flex. And as with the rest of the figure, all the detail is engraved and sculpted on the joint alone. It's so beautiful. Wrist can twist a little, but I wouldn't push it too far out of fear I might damage the lighting, and he has 4 fully articulated fingers, ball joint at the base of the thumb, and 3 cuts per finger, like a real finger. If only he had one more finger so it'd be easier to distinguish which one is the middle finger, but come on, tell me this isn't amazing. I dare you. For ab articulation, the side-to-side bends and twisting are mostly contributed by the upper ab cut. And the lower ab cut is in charge of all the crunching. And it is official, ladies and gentlemen. This Hulkbuster can do the ab crunch, which is more than I can say for most action figures today. Of course, he can arch backwards a little as well, but they crunch though. Sexy. These flaps at the sides can be moved as well to give his legs some room. And look at that split. Who says you can't do the splits even if you're big boned? This is living proof that you can. He can kick up really high, and he can kick back damn you rock hard butt cheeks. Thigh swivel, knee bend, and just like his bicep flex, things extend as you're bending the joint. And to put the cherry on top, this thing at the back retracts to allow more bending of the knee. Ooh, and also, when you're lighting this up, as this engine goes in when you're bending the knee, there's actually a light at the front that gets revealed. Ooh, sweet action figure engineering. Feet can move left and right, pivot side to side, move up and down. He's got that movable flap at the feet as well. And of course, the secret weapon, the Hulkbuster's toe curlers. And coming to his accessories, this is actually one of those few figures where the figure itself is so good and I'm not even mad that he doesn't come with any accessories. But he does come with the base. And typically with this re-edit Sentinel lines, they come with this standard base. It comes with this 3-piece plastic piece to form a glass partition, so it looks like this is one of the slots in the Hall of Armor. And it also comes with a long metal rod and an arm to clip your typical Iron Man figure. But this is not your typical Iron Man figure. This is the Hulkbuster, and of course, to showcase this monster, you need a monster base as well. Look at that. And of course, since you can't clip this figure, since its waist is way too large, it comes with this stand, which is packed into the base, and then it goes to a place where if a normal person goes through this, it'll look something like this. And once that's all done, you are ready to seal the deal. And here is the Hulkbuster standing next to other figures for scale comparison. So, in summary, after all of that, all I can ask at this point is this.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
In my humble opinion, this is by far the best Hulkbuster action figure out there. Even if that's up for debate, you definitely can't argue that this figure has the best posability among all Hulkbuster action figures. The re-edit Hulkbuster comes highly recommended, and if you have space in your display cabinet, he should be on there. That is if you can actually find this figure, because it's pretty hard to get, but if you can find it, grab it. With that all said, that sums up my review of this figure. Thank you all very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you had fun watching this review. Share with me your thoughts on this figure in the comment section down below, and don't forget to wash your hands before you do it. See you all in the next video, and take care.
Oh my.
To watch more, click here. Click here for video 1. Click here for video 2. Click here to subscribe. Click it. Thank you for watching. Arigato. Thank you.